Hi, this is Brandon Splay from thirstgym.com. Today we're talking about exercise called the Anderson front squat, or the front squat off of pins. This is a variation of our standard Anderson squat, so a lot of the same benefits are going to happen. However, we're going to perform this in the front rack position, which can be beneficial for some athletes or some positions that you might not have for the back squat. So to briefly cover things, some logistics of how to set this exercise up, the first thing I'm going to suggest is you're going to want a good quality power rack with some quality rod and pipe pin space setup, and make sure your gym owner where you're training at is okay with you to be able to drop the weights on the pins at least rather hard. We're not going to drop it from up our shoulders, but it is going to make some noise, clanging. It is going to abuse your equipment up a little bit. If you've got good quality equipment like Elite FTS, there's my shameless plug, you're not going to have to worry about anything. The other thing is to make sure you've got a bar that can take some beating and it's okay to maybe potentially bend. This would not be one of those bars for my facility. I'm just demoing the exercise today, but we do have a dedicated bar for an exercise like this in my facility as well. The other thing is when you're setting your pins up, my suggestion is to find a position of your pins where you can set it up around belly button level. So you're going to want to make sure that when you get down there, you're around that 90 degrees of hip flexion area, give or take. This is a good starting point, and then just adjust as needed for your athlete or your client or yourself. Once we have that, basically this is going to be a front squat, but we're going to start from the pins. So the concentric portion is just the stand up. We're not going to do any kind of lowering of the exercise or anything like that. We're just going to stand up, and it's going to develop some starting strength and power. The other great thing is, if you happen to be like a weightlifter or something and you're really trying to work on getting that bottom portion out of your clean, this might be an exercise that helps you tremendously. Now, the reason we do that is we take that shortening cycle away. So as you go down and you come up in a normal squat or even any like a lunge or something like that, you're going to get the tendons to react, and they're going to stretch, and basically the muscles are going to contract harder, and that's going to give you some propulsive ability, which is great for general athletics and sport. However, many times there's sports and athletics where we don't get that benefit, like say track. When you have to start out of the blocks, there is no eccentric loading. Your first step is literally how much force you can produce out of the blocks. Same thing might be for like strongman or something like that, where you're having to pick something up off the ground. You're definitely going to need that starting strength. So basically we've got this set up. That's how we would basically determine whether we needed this exercise or not. And so what we're going to do is we can be in a front rack position or we can be in the cross position. Either one is fine. It's what works best for you and your athlete, and even whatever your beliefs are. If you're a weightlifter, my suggestion would be in that front rack position. If you're just an athlete, my suggestion would probably be the cross system is probably honestly okay. So I've got this set up. I'm going to do the cross system here. I'm going to get everything set. I'm in a good quality position. Stand up strong. Stand up strong. Just like that. Okay? So, come to programming. How would we program an exercise like this? We'll start with a weightlifter base first. If you're a weightlifter, I would use it as a supplemental based exercise. Do all your pulls and stuff like that. Use this to develop your squat so that you can work on getting out of the bottom. If you're an athlete, probably going to be in season to preseason that you see an exercise like this. One nice thing is that it's not going to bang you up. We've already kind of talked about that. We're not going to have the eccentric portion, which is generally what causes DOMs and being sore. Having the concentric only piece is going to help prevent that. So 3 to 5 singles in season, probably between 70 and 85%, is going to be great to develop some speed and power and not get so banged up. If you happen to be a power lifter, this could be also a great exercise for you. It could be a great way to work on your torso positioning and building some of that starting strength out of the bottom as well. For you, again, this is probably a good supplemental based exercise for 3 to 5 singles, upwards to 90%, give or take. The big things I'll suggest in terms of execution is we don't want to bounce it off the pins. So as we stand up and come down, we don't want to just come down and boom, bounce it off the pins. Come down, let it sit for a good quality 2 to 3 seconds, and then come back up. Ideally, I think singles work best. We don't have to even deal with that, but if you happen to do reps for doubles or triples, that's how I would suggest you do them. The other thing is we don't want to squat from up here down to the pins, so we don't want to unrack it, come down, go down to the pins and back. Again, this is mainly designed to be a concentric only exercise, which involves standing up. So starting from the bottom, developing that speed and power out of the bottom. So if you got any questions about the Anderson front squat, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.